Good morning everybody, I hope you're all doing well. We're back and it has been a while, so I do apologise about that. Reason being, obviously I was doing YouTube and I was working part-time. Unfortunately, due to some unforeseen circumstances, that ended. It was quite heartbreaking and I won't go into the details on YouTube, but it's taken me a few months to sort of get my head back together, and I've had to sort of do a bit of a reshuffle, and you know, we've had to decide where our hearts lie when it comes to the projects. So there has been a huge change from that perspective. Now obviously moving forward, we are going to be doing a huge rebrand on the channel. We're hopefully going to be bringing a lot more new stuff to it, and hopefully all goes well. I've got some exciting stuff to show you as well, which I'll do shortly. But yeah, so this is just a little bit of a catch up. We did have a friend's car here. Well, technically I had two. We had Harold, the Morris Minor. Now unfortunately the Morris Minor is no longer with us. It got to the stage, the more we went through the Minor, we were finding there was stuff that had been done badly from the guy that done the welding originally. He forgot to do the rear arches, so obviously that was quite a big expense to get sorted out. Also, we had wiring issues. Now obviously it was 1951, it still had the original loom on it, so realistically, to get the best out of it, we needed to fit a new loom. And obviously from my friend Rob's perspective, it was just getting a bit expensive. He had a lot of money in it, which is completely understandable. And unfortunately, he decided to split ways with it and has sold the Morris on. The Morris is with someone who actually does watch my channel, and yeah, I know he's got some exciting plans for that car. So I'm looking forward to seeing that in the future. So that's that one. We also had Mark 1 MX5. Now unfortunately, I've had to change my phone because I broke the other one, and I've lost a lot of the footage. Now I have still got pictures and stuff, so I am going to do a separate video on that, just off probably me doing a talk over on that. But that came in for a bit of body work, a bit of welding, and as like most welding, the minute you start cutting and grinding away, that patch becomes bigger. So it was a lot more involved. And obviously all it done was pretty much rain, so we've done the best we could when it comes to the paintwork. Obviously it would be nice to build some sort of cover here, which I really must get round to, so if any of you are good with building an into or something here, you know, let me know in the comments below. But yeah, so obviously I will do a separate video on that. Now his name is Matt, and he has a channel called Splodge Motors. Now I'll leave a description down below, do check him out, he does some interesting stuff, and he's got some nice cars. Yeah, and under the bonnet of his Mark 1 MX5, it's interesting, yeah, it's got a few goodies under there. So yeah, so we have been doing little things in the background, but like I say, my head hasn't been in the right place to obviously start sitting on YouTube. Oh, and plus my PC broke, so Matt, if you're watching, mate, sort it out. Yeah, awesome. But yeah, like I say, my head just hasn't been in the right place to obviously sit there and go through it. So we're back, okay, and we are going to make regular content like we was. Anyhow, moving on. Projects. So my boy has actually bought his first little project. He's actually bought a Mazda MX-5 NB. So he's over the moon. He's 15. He's got 2 years to sort of make it his own. So he's in his element. So bless him. So that's quite nice. So you'll probably see bits of that on the channel. But what we do have is very nice. Now, this is my wife's car, and you'll understand why in a moment. It's from a good friend of ours. He traded in one of my, sort of had a little Fiat Dublo van. I'll include a picture on here. He's done a swap. Now, this particular model, she was built 4 or 5 years ago. Unfortunately, showing her age a little bit now. But there are things that haven't been done properly. Lots of filler, and I mean, you know, chunks of it in the seals and stuff. So we're in the middle of grinding all that back and tidying up, but I'll show you that. Also a bit special on the hood. So looking forward to it. We made a start yesterday and run through what we've been doing shortly. But then I've also got myself a little project just over there as well. And they're getting rare to find now. You don't see, I mean, they're around, but you don't see that many. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop this. Let's go have a little. Okay, so here we are. This is my wife's Mark II Golf. Now, the original model on this was the 1.6 diesel, but it's no longer a 1.6 diesel anymore. We'll show you that in a moment. So basically what we're facing is she's gone on that corner there, and then you can see it's had patches done, but for some reason the amount of filler in the seal, there's no need for that. Why they've put that much in there is beyond me, because even when you look down, the weld bit there is actually sort of inwards to where it should be. So I've said to my wife, what we're going to do, we're just going to grind all that back and then get it to bare metal, and then we can fine tune it and paint it fresh from there, because that's ridiculous. Other things we've got to sort out on it. So if you look at the rear arches, they've been rolled and stuff, and it's just looking a little rough. Now these are 9J wheels. They are wide, but I think what we might do, instead of having to cut, because they're not rotten, but instead of having to cut this, fit new arches, something else, I think we're just going to get them over fenders, which you can get. It should look quite nice with the wheel, and then obviously blend in the black, because obviously they are black, and obviously blend it in with the trim and the bumper. So that's what we're thinking. The front wheels, again, 9J, they are very wide, so having that over fender should look quite nice. We're not going for ultra wide ones. Hopefully we can get them to sort of be level with the wheel, so that would be quite nice. Other things we've got to do, apart from it needs a really good clean, but unfortunately the hinges are rotten. So where they bolt behind the wing here, the actual panel's gone, so we need to be taking the wing off. I'm going to build some templates and put some new sheet metal in, and I've ordered new hinges, and hopefully we can raise the back of the hood up again. So we do need to address that. But generally, she's a lovely bit of kit. We got to put some new lights on, redo the grille. Again, they're not in properly, only held in with screws. And down there as well, again, really good condition. The only thing really that lets it down is literally the seals and the back part of the seals. They're beginning to rot, and they just haven't been done right. So we need to address that. Got a crack in the windscreen, so we need a new one, but she's beginning to bubble up around here and over in that corner there, so very common for a Mark II. So yeah, we do need to address that. And obviously my wife, she's got a scary pink stuff in it, and we do need to get it to a body shop at some stage, because just down here it's beginning to rust under there, and she's going on the roof bit. Now I want this done properly. Not saying I can't do it properly, because it's also going down in the seam under there, and I'd want that. So I know a friend who owns a body shop, and I will be speaking to him about rectifying those bits. It's on both sides. Let's open up in here. Okay, so this is where it started yesterday. So obviously got the Mark I Wolfsburg steering wheel. I know my wife is going to be changing that, but it has actually got the black headliner in. But basically yesterday what we had to do, the floor is not bad, don't get me wrong, but random little patches, not really worth changing the whole floor for those. So I've patched them up, patched it up down there, which obviously I've got to seam seal all these as well and primer them, and I've had to do that along there, but I've just got to finish off a bit there and a patch there, and probably come up here as well. So I got to do that this morning. And then over here, there's a couple of I mean, over here is just all tiny stuff, and obviously I need to order the new, I believe they're 40mm drain grommets for these floors, so I do need to order a couple of them. But yeah, once I finished in here this morning, then we are going to be rubbing everything down, painting the whole floor so it's fully protected, and then all the interior and stuff can come back in as well. So that will be lovely. In the boot, show you the boot as well. It's got a tow bar. We will be taking that off because I have hit mushing on it a couple of times, and the wiring was a bit dodgy. and yeah, it's just bloody annoying, so that will be going as well. You know, I've got a load of stuff, but underneath there, nice little pink NOS bottle as well. But yeah, this should look quite nice when it's done. We just want to bring it back to life, like I say. And as you can see up here, just under the seam line there, she's just bubbling up in a few places and might need a bit of work there. And obviously it's doing the same there. Now obviously I could tackle this, but we need it on the road ASAP, so I'm going to get this sorted at a later date, obviously sooner rather than later, and then obviously that can be taken care of properly. So that will be very nice indeed. Now I'm sure you're asking, what's under the hood? Well, let's go take a look. And I've got to be careful when I open this, because like I say, the hinges are, well, the hinges aren't great. So bear with me, I'll try and do this one-handed. And there you go. So it is a PD 130 engine. The head has been ported and polished. Different injectors, hybrid turbo. She's running a few goodies. But right, bear with me 2 minutes. I need to put this up. I can't do that. Right, there we go. Okie dokie. Right, we're back. So it's powerful. It does run really nicely. I do need to get it on the rolling road to sort of see what sort of power output she's doing. Maybe dial it down a little bit, because she's very smoky. There are a few issues under here. One, obviously the engine bay has not been painted and prepped. So from a show cast perspective, the outside looks great. Under here, not so great. So we are at some stage, and this will probably be the winter project now, because we're going to enjoy the shows this year with it, and then jump on, probably take the engine out and finish all this. And we probably will paint it all pink, either pink or black, one or two. There's also little things like that, which is obviously for the clutch cylinder. The welds ain't great on the bolts, and obviously there's a hole in the firewall, so I do want to tidy that up. The back, we did a new fuse box here, because what we were thinking was maybe put the battery in the boot, which is what we might still do, and then I've ordered a new fuse box section, which that I could possibly hide up in the scuttle there somewhere, and then I'll tidy up a few of the wires and stuff under there. So that's something we're going with. The wires I've just sort of cable tied and get them out of the way, make it look a bit better. We do have a new radiator, and I have got a new fan as well, because obviously it's quite tight in there, it's up against the others, just doesn't look nice. So we are going to be changing that as well. And then, yeah, that should look a lot neater. So that's the engine. She is loud. I'm not going to start it up now because it's pretty much straight through exhaust. Again, that's something that we want to rectify, maybe put in a silencer or two, just to dial it down a little bit for everyday driving, because it's just excessive. But hopefully get that sorted out, and this will look, well, should drive fantastic. So yeah, this is what we're getting our teeth into, and we're enjoying the process so far. Like I say, nothing's major work, it's just the, you know, the little odds and sods, the finer detail stuff to obviously get it perfect. So yeah, put a new filter on it. We're just waiting for a bracket. But yeah, that's that. I'm going to leave that one there. There's plenty more to come, because this video is going to be really long about me talking about gibberish. Hopefully there'll be plenty more to come, but like I say, I apologise, it's been a while, but we are still here, and there is plenty more to come. But yeah, put down in the comments, let us know what you think. This is definitely different. And also, please hit the subscribe button. It's free to do so, but my God, does it help the channel out. So that is hugely appreciated. So yeah, thank you very much if you can do that. But for now, I will catch up with you all on the next one. Take care, keep safe. I'll see you all soon.